Hey YouTube, Sweetknives here. Check it out. We got a couple cool things going on. I got a new sharpener. I'm testing this out. This is the TS Prof Pioneer. And I got to tell you, just from the initial kind of setup, this thing is solid. I got it mounted to this table on this rubber mat. And you got all these different stones. You can use any stones you want that are the Edge Pro format. But I got a bunch of diamond ones, and I also got lapping films. And I actually picked up this knife not too long ago, and it's literally dull as a rock. I'm gonna prove to you just how dull this is. Never do that, but it is so dull. I don't even know if it can cut this. I'm gonna tear this out. We'll see if it can cut this little string. Oh, it did. 986. So. Let me show you. This is the chart in case you guys are wondering. 986 falls into the severely rolled edges. I actually thought it was worse than that. I thought it was worse than severely edged. We're going to try to get down into this area, into the 1-2s, just to show you. But yeah, that's the sharpness test. And now we'll kind of begin the sharpening test. The sharpening of the knife. So stick with me. I'm gonna get set up here, and then we'll get going. All right, guys, check it out. I am back, and we are going to start sharpening. I have the knife set up, and I'm zoomed in quite a bit. So what I need to first do is, you see how there's a couple little nicks here? I'm gonna actually take a different stone, like 100 grit, and I'm gonna try to just grind that off a little bit, just by going like that. And just a little bit like that has already helped. All right, I think that's pretty good. What we're gonna do now is, I don't even know the right angle on this because it's so dull. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to basically just use my marker, and then I'm gonna just see if I can get close to that right now. I don't know how well this shows up on the video here, but we will see. I know that there's a little bit of a light. I am going to set this to 20 on here, but I don't know if that's correct. We will see. It's pretty close, actually. I might go just a hair less than that. Let's try right there. That's just a little bit less than that. This is 80 grit diamonds. I need to first grind this down. That's working pretty good. Let's flip this around. A lot of diamond dust came off of there. Pretty happy how that's working. I got a lot to go. Still feel that little nick. So I'm just trying to get a burr eventually. This is the TS Prof. It's a brand new sharpener, the Pioneer. I'm only using one clamp because I don't have a lot of space here, and the knife isn't that big. So I'm able to get by with just one clamp. And we're just gonna keep grinding. Doesn't matter what system you guys have. This process is similar. I have sharpened a few knives already on the TS Prof, and I actually think this is a nice system. I like how it I like how it does a few different things. Man, it's really getting that good. There's still not quite a burr, but it is really doing a good job. We'll just keep doing a little bit. I got to take some material off on each side because it's quite dull. Still got quite a ways to go, unfortunately. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. I can come down to about there. That way I get more of a longer stroke. There's a stop knob that I can adjust. Sure that this is tight. I don't think I can get much tighter. Okay, I'm going to move now to this other stone I got, which is another coarse diamond, just a different one. This is actually considered 150, but it's a little bit different, so let's try that. See how that does. A lot better. That stone's way better. I got a little angle cube. I'm going to actually measure the angle right now. And I'll tell you what I'm sharpening it at. I know you can't see that, but it's at 18.8 degrees, so almost 19. I don't know if you could see it there at the last second, but it's 18.8 degrees. I do recommend using those angle cubes if you got one. Very handy. And now, let's flip it. We'll work on this one. Just for fun, let's see what we're at on this side. So it was 18.8, 18.8 on the other side. Let's see what we're getting close to here. $19.3. I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys can quite see that, but it's 19.3. So about half, a little more than half a degree. So I'm going to keep working it because it's not quite where I want it. So we got to obviously do a little bit more on this side. Sometimes the variance on grinds can be more than a degree from the factory. So it's it's not like it's not the biggest deal in the world, but you want to try to get close. Excellent burr has formed. So I am going to start the refining process. So now we'll take this stone off and we will move we'll move to the next one, which is 220. So from here on out, it's going to get a lot quieter and a lot smoother. That's just the nature of what we're doing here. So we got 220 on. Just going to make sure everything looks good. Looks good. Let's check the angle again. $18.4. I don't know if you can see that. 18.4, 18.5, 18.4. So we're still doing pretty good there. I'm happy with that. Let's flip it over and see. Let's do a little bit here and then we'll check the angle. Let's just check the angle. We're a little off. It's right at 19. But I'm okay with that for now. Done with that one. Now we will move to the next one. I'll show you what this looks like with cloth. If you take this cloth, you can see how this camera doesn't really zoom in really well, but there is a burr. I can feel it with my fingers on that other side. Whoops, sorry about that. So let's move to the next one. This is going to get much, much finer. Different rig. This is actually 400. And it's pretty fine. It's a pretty fine 400. you don't want to go off of that edge. You want to go about, I keep it right about there. Like I never go farther than right about there, because you don't want this to ever go like that. So I always go about right to about there on the point. You may be wondering what I think of this TS Prof. I do like it. I do like that a lot. It just is so easy. It's all made out of solid steel. You can see it's clamped in to the table. Overall, I'm really happy with how this performs. Done with that one. Now we'll go on to, this is actually 600. In case you're wondering. It's all set. I will clean this a little bit. Making sure my stone is lined up here. It all looks good. I was just making sure it's lined up right there. It is. This knife is very sharp already. Go to the next side. Not putting much pressure. This knife is already, you can almost start to see a polish forming. It's very, very sharp already. Let's double check the angles again, just see where we're at. Just a second. That side is 19.2. And we're at about 18.5 there. So we're 0.7 degrees off, which the reason for that is it could be this grind is slightly off from the factory. I could just spend more time. I could have spent more time in the beginning, but I'm okay with a 0.7 degree difference. It's not a big deal to me, but you know, if you wanted to be perfect, you could keep going for a while. I'm not going to do that right now, but at least I know it's 0.7 degrees difference. I've seen some knives from the factory, they're literally 2 to 3 degrees off, so I'm not really worried about 0.7, but it's not perfect. Okay, here we go. We got a 1,000 grit now. This really puts a nice nice finish on. I'm gonna flip it. We'll do a little bit on this side. As you can see, I'm kind of going up and over at the same time. So this is slow motion how I'm going up. I'm not just going straight down and I'm not going straight over. I'm going up and over. So that's how I'm trying to get it. And that seems to work really well on these kinds of systems. Do a little bit more on this side. And then I'll do a little bit more again on this side. Now I'm going to lay it on and get an accurate measurement of the angle because I'm moving to a different stone that may have a different thickness. So I want to just double check this. 18, 4 to 5 on that one. So now I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the 9. This is 9 micron lapping film. See, now I got to adjust this angle a little. Just like that. And now, what I need to do is I need to put a little bit of water on here. Just a little bit. A different rig. flip it and wipe it. Wipe this. Put a little more water. That's a little much. Right, I'm done with that one. Now I'm going to 6 micron. These are all the same thickness. I'm gonna wipe it though. I always tell people, if you're going to use lapping films and you're going to go up and down like this, you're risking cutting the papers. So just know that. Just know that. That did an unbelievable job, that one. Let's go to that other side. Do a little, I guess a little bit more on this side. I don't think I need to. Okay, done with that one. Now we're going to 3. This is 3 micron. Let's see how low we can go. pretty unbelievable how sharp that's getting. I got to be careful I don't cut myself. All right, guys. One more to go. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Here's the finale. I could go lower than this, but I'm stopping at 1 micron. I don't feel like I need to go much lower, but you'll see why in a second. Not using much pressure on this at all. Make sure this is lined up right. Everything looks pretty good. Clean the blade. I'm going to do it again. The final one. I think that's it, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to readjust a few things and then we will test the sharpness. Hang on. All right, guys, here's the knife. I took it out of the vise. I have not tested the sharpness yet. I did want to just give you, now keep in mind, under bright lights, you see every single imperfection. There's not many on this one, but you do see them better than if you're outdoors. If you were outdoors, you wouldn't see anything. You wouldn't see anything on this. All right. Well, I say we test it. So here's the tester right here. Let's turn this bad boy on. I'm only going to do this once, and I'm going to do it slow, and I'm going to just be as honest as I can with you. So whatever this comes out with is what it is. Now I think it was in the, was it in the 900s before? I think it was in the 900s. So let's just test it out and make sure I'm lined up. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 130. All right, well, that's quite an improvement. If you look here, on the chart, double edge razor is around 50. We got it sharper than a utility razor blade at 130. You know, I could have tested different parts of the blade. It might have been sharper. I could have spent more time. I could have, a lot of things I could have done, but to get it to 130, most high-end cutlery edges from the factory come in around 300. You might be wondering, how does 130 just cut basic paper? You might be wondering that. So let's find out. I haven't cut any paper. Pretty damn good. So again, guys, that's what we did. I got this one at a thrift shop. I took it, seriously, I took it from 900 to 130, and I don't even know if that 130 does it quite justice. One of the things too, I had it at right around 18 to 19 degrees on the angle. I could have went a little bit steeper, and then it would have been a lot sharper. But I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I mean, honestly, it's brutally sharp. So anyways, thanks for checking it out, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. And that was done on the new TS Prof. I'm pretty happy with how that performed. I'll start doing a lot more videos on that one. I'm testing out a few different ones. Again, doesn't matter what system you have, but that one does seem to work good. I'm going to put links in the description for all the stuff I've used today in case anybody's interested. But yeah, thanks a lot. That's the Kershaw Launch 13, in case you're wondering. Really nice knife. And this one is just, I mean, it's really, really sharp. So there we got it, guys. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for watching. Take care.